Hello guys, this is Jack again. Welcome back to UX Dive. In this episode we are going to talk about one of the most powerful UI UX design tools, which is Figma. So in this first section we are going to cover about the interface of Figma. So let's get started. So on this top left corner you have the general menu, the main menu, which is composed by many drop-down items. So we'll be going one by one as we go. Next you have the move or scale tool, which is used to move your objects or design across the workspace. You can also scale it using the scale option, which is accessed using the K button on the keyboard. We also have this flame tool, which works as an artboard if you are familiar to Illustrator. So if you are designing a mobile app, a web app, or a desktop app, you will need to use a frame equivalent to that device you are designing for. So here on the right corner, you have a predefined set of frames. You have phone frames, you have desktop frames, you have watch frames, etc. So let me go with the desktop frame for MacBook Pro. Also on the menu you have the shape menu, so you can use shapes to enhance your designs. You can do rectangle, you can do ellipse, etc. The next item I have on the list is now the pen tool. It's quite similar to what you have under Illustrator. You can use it to create custom abstract shapes. You can adjust your shape properties, you can fill it, you can give it different colors, blah blah blah. The next item on the list is the text tool. You can use it to whenever you want to use text on your design files, so you can use this text tool. Apart from that, we also have the hand tool, which is used to navigate around your workspace. So you can either use this or you can use the keyboard shortcut, which is the spacebar. The last item on this top left corner menu is the comment. So this is used to provide feedback. It can be the feedback from your fellow designers on the same project or feedback from the client. So all you have to do is to select a specific section. You have to apply that comment. Let's say, for instance, I want my fellow designer to change the color of this shape to green. So I can say, hey, in this case, let me use Ellie. And then submit. So if I submit, you will get that I mentioned that I want these things to be done this way, and then go ahead and then implement the feedback. We also have another menu on the top right corner. So we have the profile. So this is used to display all the other designers or clients viewing the project. So if I want to follow what they are doing, I can simply click on the icon. So the reason why we have only one icon is because I'm the only one working on this project or tutorial. We also have the share option, so you can share it with your team members or your fellow designers. So under share, you have two options. You can either share with view access or you can share with edit access. So edit access, you give it only to your other designers. View, you can give it to your internal team members. Another good take here is that if you want to share what you have done with your clients, it's better to always use this prototype. I mean this presentation mode we have here. So you click on the play button located at the top left corner, and then you get to the presentation mode, which looks like this. So if you are into the presentation mode, you can share with your clients the link of only what you are sure that it's already complete. You can copy link, submit their emails, etc. Next item on the list, it's this design tab we have here. So this design tab holds many items. You can move your items across the frame or the artboard using these alignment tools: left, middle, right, top, center, bottom, etc. You can also change the properties of your design using this input field you have here. So we have these first two X and Y are for the positioning, And next we have this section for constraints. So I will cover this in a separate video because it has many options. So this is mostly used when you want to work on responsive components. So for instance, if I want to work on a component which will work on both mobile phone and tablet, so I can apply constraints using this section here. Next you have the layer option. So this looks like what we have in Photoshop. If you guys are familiar with Photoshop, you can change layer blending option using this section here. You can use normal, overlay, etc. Next you have this section which is used to now change the properties of your selected object. So for instance, if this shape, I can change the fill color. I can add another fill color. It can be a separate different color. I can add the stroke if I want. The next item I have on the list is this section for effects. So if you want to customize your design or object and give it more realistic feels, you can use this effect section here. For instance, if I want to add a drop shadow on this object, I can come under effects and then add. So you see I have a drop shadow. I can customize its options here. So this is the positioning of my drop shadow. You can increase the opacity. Lastly, we have now the option to export down here. So if you want to export what you have done as screens, or I don't know, you use this option here to export. So under export you have different options. So if I tap here, I can either do PNG, I can do JPEG, I can do SVG or PDF. It depends on the reason why you are exporting your designs. Also down here we have a small section for preview. So just in case you are not sure of what you are exporting, you can use this preview option before exporting. Also down here we have now the quality of what you want to export. For instance, if I want to export this artboard I have here, but the quality I want it to be 2 times, I can select 2 times and then export. So it depends on your preferences. Then after hitting on export, all you have to do is to select the location where you exported design, where you go and then choose save. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's what we covered for this small introduction about the user interface. So guys, let me know what you want me to cover in the next episode. Thank you.